What is going on YouTube? My name is Bancroft. Thank you for tuning in. And today we have another matchup with Chirrut taking on Luke Skywalker. Like always, just buttons down below. Feel free to click it there for a reason. But let's get into it. As a reminder, these matches are from our other local store, which is Chaotic Good. And this was actually streamed when they were playing the event. The streamer description will be down below in the description. What is it? Seagull the Dev? I always get tongue-tied when trying to say it. Sorry. Alright, so we do have Chirrut with Tarkin Town, which we've seen a lot on this channel actually. I don't know if this is the same guy who was playing because I couldn't make it out to that particular event. But Luke is playing ECL as well. So yeah, we got some interesting matchups going on here. A little blue-red taking on blue-green. Chirrut does have the initiative here. And let's see where it goes. They got the 2 resources down, and Chirrut starts off with a Green Squadron A-Wing, which is a great 1-3 with Ray 2 and R2-D2 coming out, which is just one of the best, I think, openings for Luke, because and that's only for after watching more people play this, because it's 1 energy, 1 resource, and then Luke immediately give it a shield right afterwards, which just feels good, and it scries. We have Chirrut playing Wing Leader, which is now making Squadron Leader just a little bit more stronger, so on its attacks will be 5 damage. Luke over here playing Yoda, kind of getting ready for the healing aspect of this deck. Yoda is a 2/4 with Restore 2, and because it only costs three resources, so it will not get a shield this phase. And I don't think I went over it, but as a reminder, Chirrut has the ability on the undeploy side where, as an action, you give a unit a +0/+2, and then on the deploy side, Chirrut takes a lot to kill because he won't die if he goes down to 0. He'll keep on fighting. And then Luke, on the undeploy side, as a 1 resource action, you exhaust, give a shield token to a heroic unit that you play this phase. And then on the undeployed side, it's on attack, you give a shield token. We have the forces with me, giving Yoda an additional +2/+2 when it comes to experience, giving Yoda 2 experience tokens and a shield, and kind of just using that, get that damage out there. Caden hits the board on Chirrut's side, which is going to be another, we got some healing possibly going back and forth here. And because this was a streamed event, there's going to be a lot of going in and out when it comes to blurriness. I can't really control that much. Hopefully that doesn't bother you all too much. We do have Luke playing Bright Hope. And Caden getting a swing in here, getting a little extra healing from the attack. Luke giving shield token to Bright Hope, which is great because Bright Hope is a Sentinel, so it just kind of protects it for a little bit longer. Chirrut is now deployed. Yoda attacks into Chirrut, getting a little heal off, losing his shield, and Chirrut now gains the Jedi lightsaber, which makes Chirrut even stronger. Beforehand, he was a 3/5. Now he's a 6/8, but he has 4 points damage, so he's a 6/4 right now. Yeah, singing all that damage straight to the bases. Yeah. Sabine hits the board, which is kind of good with Caden, because when Caden gets an attack off, that thing will proc twice. And we had a combination of doing a little bit of damage plus Tarkin Town to remove Bright Hope. Going into the next phase, we're getting the resources placed down, which kind of puts it at 6/6. And its score is 5-18. The strongest that Chirrut has right now is Chirrut himself, which would be 6 damage. But if you have a way of kind of bumping it up with, let's say, a Fleet Lieutenant or something, that would take him the game. Alright, so now we're ready for this phase now. Everything's back to a ready state. And it is Luke's turn. Luke is now being deployed. It's like it looks like there's a discussion of some kind happening right now. I'm not sure if it's with other people or between the two players, because we do see that the church player has his hand kind of down. Okay, now we're picking it up and seeing the 6 points damage straight to the base, putting it to 5-24. And it really just takes one more attack, and there is no Sentinels currently on Luke's side. So that is, the end of round 1. We're about to go into round 2, and got a little ahead of myself. There it is. Now we're in round 2, and like always, there is sideboarding at these events, so we just kind of skip past all of that. So these two players have done all their sideboarding in preparation for second round. Let's see what happens. Luke will once again start off with the initial. Luke will have the initiative starting out. And we're just placing down the final bit of resources for the first phase. Like always, if these are decks you guys play, let me know in the comments what you like about these leaders. We do have R2D2 hitting the board, and then an Arc Reactor, which means R2D2 will get a shield token, and Chirrut will take initiative. Going into the second phase, we have a Fleet Lieutenant swinging out, which normally the Restore Arc is a 2/3, making that 4 points of damage. Playing Yoda. Good start, good start. Oh, playing Yoda with a ECL instead. Get that early heal off as well, putting some damage onto Fleet Lieutenant. And Chirrut using their targeting talent to immediately take out that R2D2 kind of finishing up. R2D2 currently now has 2 points of damage on them. 3 points of damage on them. Restore Arc, swinging to base. R2D2 also kind of counter swinging. Instead of passing, Chirrut player decides to use its action to give the Arc unit a +0/+2. And then we have a open fire taking out the Echo Defender base. Going into the next resource phase, going into the next phase, we do have Luke having the initiative. R2D2 getting an attack out. Seems the next charge is important. Apparently it is. Getting us, and then the Arc, Restore Arc, wow, making its attack. Luke kind of debating on what to do here. We get Bright Hope hitting the board once again, protecting that space area. Chirrut will be deployed now. Once again, we see a Jedi lightsaber, but this time we have Confiscate hitting the board, removing that lightsaber right away. Very strong, so we know what was cited there. And take down, removing Chirrut from the game. Chirrut's one of those leaders with only 5 health. So yeah, if you can't get the bump up, it's not great. Caden hits the board. Implying some sort of damage to Bright Hope, getting a little bit of heal off here, putting it to 1-9. Bright Hope finishing off the Restore Arc. Luke is being deployed. We have Sabine hitting the board now. Questions at this point: how does Luke play? Does Luke go into the base, or do you take out possibly some of the other threats, such as Caden, and shield other things afterwards? And they still have 2 open resources. Luke's debating on the attack, looks like. Instead, we go ahead and get the Luke's lightsaber out, which gives it a +3/+1. I Luke's lightsaber does, when it's attached to Luke, heals all damage. But I guess he wanted to um guarantee taking out Caden, so makes kind of sense. We do have Luke coming out himself after sorry about that. We do have Luke come out himself and then kind of just finishing off the other Luke. And as a reminder, I know it's not here, but there should be damage on R2-D2 right now. Caden hits the board, and the Chirrut player takes the initiative, allowing Luke to kind of get, 3 extra points damage under, putting the damage now total to 11 to 9. And keep in mind, both these bases are 25 HP bases, so we're hitting that midway point now. Betting on resource here. Chirrut has the initial swing, so initiative, so we get to swing on Fluke. And then we have, once again, I am with the Force, which then just kind of allows. Okay, Caden. I figured it was Caden. I couldn't remember which one did the attack. The Force was with me, I would say. And then we have an ambush escort Skype, I think that's what it's called. It's a 4/4. And it only has ambush if you have another green unit in play, which we do have Bright Hope in the space area. So very strong here. Passing into the next phase. Sabine is on board right now. Paying 6 for Obi-Wan Kenobi. X-Wing kind of boosting up Sabine a little bit. R2-D2 kind of poking the base, kind of getting a scry here. Looks like that card once again is a very important card. We're keeping it there. Bright Hope kind of bringing up the damage almost to a tie, which right now we're sitting at 12 to 14, and we are passing to the next phase. Obi-Wan does have a shield token on it, so now it's even stronger. You gotta use Sabine to kind of just tank the damage, and then please put 1 point somewhere. But it's on a base. R2-D2 kind of finishing off Sabine and using the shield token, keeping it alive. Very nice. Obi-Wan swinging to base, putting now to 16-15. And we have a trade with both Bright Hope and X-Wing. Restore Arc hits the board. And it looks like Luke will have the initiative on the next phase. Luke plays and immediately takes out Restore Arc. C-3PO hits the board, which is great because you could kind of possibly add the top card of your deck to your hand. Obi-Wan hitting to the base, putting the score down 20 to 15. Luke taking the initiative here. And we have a takedown on R2. And it looks like that's a scoop on the Chirrut side. We will be going to game 3 for this matchup, which is kind of not exciting. All right, so now we're in game 3. I don't know if this one kind of transitioned pretty quickly, actually. So I think there wasn't much of a sideboard. It's just now you know what each other had shifted into. We have Alliance Dispatcher hitting the board. As an action, you could exhaust this unit to play a card from your hand that costs 1 less. It's just like an extra resource early on, which is pretty great. We have the Green Squadron hitting the board with a Fleet Lieutenant. Kind of getting that early damage out there. And Caden now hits the board. And what's great about this particular play is that Caden normally costs 4 to play, if correct. I don't know where my Caden card went. But regardless, the cards that you could play using this Fleet Lieutenant, yeah, it costs 4. He could have, I think, given... No, they're in 4 resources now, so no, he could not give it to him last turn. But getting it out on turn 3, it's always pretty strong. Got some damage and then a Tarkin Town effect with ECL. Oh, he played Caden with ECL, that's right. Sorry about that, I missed that. We are sitting at 0 to 6 damage now. Sitting at 5 resources each. Technically, Luke is sitting at... Well, depends on what they have, 6. So we're paying 3 for Yoda, not using the Alliance Dispatcher, and we have Chirrut hitting the board here. Giving Yoda a shield and then playing this nice little 2 experience card. I don't know why I was going to say the one with the Force, but with the Force is with me is what it's called. Giving it a shield token, 2+2+2, or 2 experience tokens. Kind of getting that attack out, which now puts it 0 to 11. Shield Dispatcher kind of like trading shields here, and now we have a Force Throw being played. And just enough to take out the Shield Dispatcher. Green Squadron kind of making an attack in, bringing the total damage to 14 on Luke's base, where Chirrut has 0. Yoda making an attack at Chirrut himself, getting a couple heals off and removing the shield. We have, once again, another Jedi lightsaber, but Confiscate comes right in to get rid of it. It's almost as if like they were holding on to it, and it, takedown right afterwards to finish off Chirrut. And unfortunately, it's one of those things like where Chirrut can survive going down to 0, but takedown just like defeat it. Like it's gone. Alright, so it's like, yeah. We got a pass and initiative here. So going into the next phase, sitting at 7 resources apiece. Getting some damage on the Chirrut's side, getting a heal for Yoda, and then immediately taking 3 more damage from Green Squadron. We're sitting at 2 to 21. This is getting to a very interesting place. And it's almost like both these players, like, it doesn't seem like it. Both these players have been playing this game very well, in a sense of like, when one plays a card, trying to have some form of counter for it as soon as possible to get rid of it. Luke taking the initiative here, and we see a Luke hitting the board itself. Now, like I said, we are sitting at 21 to 2. And the Luke Skywalker himself, if correct, has 6 points of damage, which could in the game here. We do have a U-Wing being played. We're searching the top couple cards to see what we can get from it. And really, I think what we're looking for here is some form of Sentinel. Obi-Wan is a good target for that. And we have a Force Throne being thrown at, and he discarded his own card to immediately take out Obi-Wan, and that is the game. At that point, yeah, because there's nothing there protecting the board, and Luke makes the attack, finishing it up. That's today's matchup. Thank you all for tuning in. And yeah, bye. Oh, stay tuned for our next round, hopefully tomorrow or the day after. All right, that's it. Bye.